You wake up every night at 3 a.m. with your heart racing, your mind spinning, and a sudden surge of energy that makes sleep feel impossible? This video is for you. Most people think they have insomnia or that they're just naturally anxious in the middle of the night. But what you're actually experiencing isn't a personality trait. It's a chemical spike. Specifically, your body is dumping a stress hormone called cortisol into your system hours before it's supposed to. While the rest of the world is sleeping, your brain thinks it's time to fight a saber-toothed tiger. If you are tired of staring at the ceiling and feeling like a zombie the next morning, stay tuned. Today, we are breaking down the science of why this glitch happens and the exact protocol you can use to flush that cortisol out and fall back asleep in minutes.
To fix the problem, we have to understand the circadian rhythm. Think of your body like a biological seesaw. On one side, you have melatonin, the sleep hormone. On the other, you have cortisol, the alertness hormone. How it should work. 9 p.m., melatonin rises, cortisol drops to its lowest point. 2 a.m., melatonin peaks. 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., cortisol begins a slow, steady climb to wake you up naturally. This is called the Cortisol Awakening Response, CAR. The 3 a.m. glitch. When you are chronically stressed, your biological clock gets jittery. Instead of waiting until 6 a.m. to rise, your adrenal glands dump cortisol into your bloodstream at 3 a.m. Why does this happen? It's often a result of hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. When your blood sugar drops too low during the night, your brain panics. It thinks you're starving. To save you, it signals the adrenals to release cortisol, which triggers the liver to release stored glucose. The result? Your blood sugar is saved, but you are now wide awake, sweaty, and anxious.
Let me tell you about Sarah's story. Example. Sarah was a 35-year-old marketing executive. She ate clean, hit the gym at 6 p.m. every day, and drank only 2 cups of coffee in the morning. By 10 p.m., she'd crash. But like clockwork, at 3:15 a.m., she was awake. She'd spend 2 hours scrolling through emails, her chest feeling tight. She thought she had an anxiety disorder. When we looked at her lifestyle, we found 3 cortisol triggers. The late-night workout. Her 6 p.m. HIIT class kept her core temperature high and her cortisol elevated well into the night. The wind down. She drank a glass of red wine to relax. While it helped her fall asleep, as the alcohol processed, it caused a blood sugar crash, triggering that 3 a.m. cortisol spike. The mental loop. Because she was awake, she checked her phone. The blue light told her brain the sun was rising, cementing the cycle. Sarah didn't need medication. She needed to retune her adrenal rhythm.
The emergency protocol. How to fall back asleep. If you find yourself awake right now, or you're preparing for tonight, here is the 3 a.m. cortisol flush protocol. 1. The no-brainer rule. Do not check the time. Looking at the clock triggers time-deterministic anxiety. Your brain calculates, if I don't sleep now, I only have 3 hours left, which, you guessed it, releases more cortisol. 2. The physiological sigh. Use a specific breathing pattern to flip your nervous system from sympathetic, fight or flight, to parasympathetic, rest and digest. The technique is double inhale through the nose, one long, one short, sharp one on top, followed by a very long, slow exhale through the mouth. This re-expands the air sacs in your lungs, alveoli, and offloads carbon dioxide, signaling the brain to lower the heart rate instantly. 3. The 3 a.m. micro snack? Counterintuitive. If you suspect your wake-up is blood sugar related, you need to turn off the starvation alarm. The snack? A single teaspoon of almond butter or a small piece of Parmesan cheese. Why? You want pure fat and protein with 0 sugar. This stabilizes blood glucose without giving you an energy spike. 4.
cognitive shuffling. If your mind is racing, play a word game. Pick a word like bedtime. Think of all the words you can that start with B. Ball, bear, boat. Move to E. Egg, eagle, elephant. This scrambles the logical planning part of your brain and mimics the disjointed thoughts of pre-sleep imagery.
Now, while knowing how to handle a 3 a.m. wake-up is a great tool, the real goal is to prevent that cortisol spike from happening in the first place. This starts with resetting your biological clock during the day. By getting morning sunlight to set your internal timer, cutting off caffeine by 2 p.m., and adding a small serving of complex carbs to your dinner, you can prevent the blood sugar crashes that trigger these false alarms. When you stabilize your daily habits, you're teaching your body that 3 a.m. is a time for deep rest, not a time for survival. So, high cortisol at 3 a.m. isn't a permanent flaw in your biology. It's a message. Your body is telling you that its stress management systems are overwhelmed or its fuel tanks are empty. Summary of action steps? Stop the 3 a.m. screen scroll. Use the physiological sigh to lower your heart rate. Try a tiny high-fat snack if you feel wired tired. Work on your daytime stress so your nighttime can be silent. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button